Rebecca. You can find me on Ravelry, Instagram, and Twitter as EvilTwin2. You can find show notes on the blog, owlknitwithyou.blogspot.com. You can find our group on Ravelry, owlknitwithyou is what you'll need to search for. Or you can email me at owlknitwithyou@gmail.com. Hi, how are all my owls and my yous? How are you guys? It's been a crazy 2 weeks. I'm not gonna lie. I've got so much stuff to show you. I've got, I went to a fiber fair, so I have a lot of mustache. But I also got some projects done. So I'm working on some projects, so let's jump into it. I wanted to put out a reminder. We have a Strut Your Puffs thread where you can post taxi puffs. Check out the Hey, I'm a Podcaster thread, where people who host podcasts in our group can go post their podcasts so we can all see them. If you haven't introduced yourself, go to the introduction thread and just say hey, and I will say hey right back to you. And then we can all kind of get to know you. Starting May, we are doing a sock along until the end of July. May to July. I amended my original rules because you guys are awesome and convincing. Your socks can be started before May. That's right. So if you start a sock in April, because you just couldn't wait, like me and a couple other people, you can absolutely turn those in May. Also, if you have a sock that's just a single sock right now and you make the partner to it, turn that in too. And if you do something before May, I would love to see what you got done as an incentive for this knit-along. Speaking of incentives for this knit-along, I have some exciting stuff to show you. We have got prizes. We were donated some prizes by some wonderful viewers. Jam to Knit, who is Mary, is going to give us 2 patterns for our shop. So 2 different winners will each get a prize, a pattern from her shop. And then Cadini13, which I think is how you say that, sent a really awesome prize, which is, okay, so you get the bag, the project bag, okay? And it's really decent size. Like, this is shawl size, maybe. Bigger. It's bigger than just a sock bag. You'll get this awesome yarn, which is Slingshot colorway from, I think, Moon Holler yarn. So that's beautiful. That goes in this bag. So one person is going to win that in this bag, and they will win all sorts of little sock things that you'll need. So you'll get a 9-inch circular size US 1, the little ones, right? As Cece from the Geeky Girls calls them, Zoom needles. You'll get some stitch markers, and you'll get needles, some yarn needles. So all of that is one prize. Yeah, because she's awesome. And patterns are awesome. You guys are awesome. Thank you for donating prizes. And hopefully you all enter to win prizes. Jam to Knit, who is Mary, said she's going to get some new patterns up in her shop, I believe. So there'll just be all sorts of exciting things happening. How cool is that? Okay, so that's pretty much my blather. I went to a fiber festival, which I'll get to in Mustache, which I talked about. And today is my birthday. I thought I was going to work on my spinning wheel today. I bought some sandpaper and some wax for it, and then got lazy because it's my birthday. But mostly I just spent my birthday like chilling out, having a good time. I made myself a ridiculous breakfast. It was 2 frozen waffles. I don't put butter on my waffles, I put peanut butter on my waffles. So 2 frozen waffles sandwiched with peanut butter in the middle and bacon and cinnamon. And I just kind of lightly dipped it in syrup. And it was really good. But it was only like this big because, you know, frozen waffles aren't huge. So I had some good coffee today, you know. It's not been a bad 24 hours at all. So yeah, that's not very exciting. The new, nope, don't know what I was gonna say. Never mind. Let's move on to blobbins. I don't have any. Sorry. Let's move on to woes and woes. So my first woe that I have for you guys, I'm going to SSK, and they do a lot of knit-togethers, or knit-alongs, for people to win, I think, extra raffle tickets or something. I should look into that more. And I have all of this leftover Terminus yarn that I had like 50 grams left because I did short socks. So I kind of want to do another pair of short socks because how awesome would it be to get 2 pairs of socks out of 1 skein of yarn? That's just economical, and I have tiny feet, so it would totally work. This is the Interrupting Cow pattern by Lola. So it is really, really, really fun. Sorry, technical difficulties. The camera does not like zooming in on yellow yarn because it auto adjusts all the colors. So you have to do a pattern by someone in the group, someone who's going to SSK. And obviously, since she's one of the hosts, Lala of the Knit Girls will be at SSK. So I'm knitting her socks, the Interrupting Cow socks. They're really fun. It's really easy to memorize, although I've made a couple of mistakes. I'm looking forward to getting these done, and I really like them. So it's kind of, you know, it's a slipped yarn stitches pattern thing. I dig it. I dig it a lot. So that's one of my works in progress. I'm probably about to the heel if I haven't already kind of gone past it. I'll need to figure out where to put my heel on these. But yeah, so that's one of my woes and my woes. I'm working on another pair of socks, but I can't show you them. Is that the most exciting thing you've ever heard? Okay, it's not my pattern. I'm test knitting for someone else, and they did not say I couldn't show it on the podcast, but they didn't say I was allowed to show it. And I don't want to cross any unspoken boundary lines, and I feel like it's a test knit, so I'm just going to leave it in the bag. When she releases it, I will happily show you guys my socks because it's an awesome pattern. So Katie from Nerdy Girl Knits, Nerd Girl Knits, I think is what it is, podcast, is designing socks called Do Not Speak to Me of Fire, based from the Hobbit movies, right? And so I'm test knitting her pattern. I think she might have shown them on her podcast, on their podcast. So if you want to see them, go check that out. But I'm doing mine in the yarn that I won from the Mustache Girls podcast. It is Western Sky Knits in the patina colorway. So it's this beautiful teal with like pops of like a rust color. And it's just, it's gorgeous. The stitch definition is out of this world. So look forward to see some, so pretty socks. I really wish I could show them to you, but I cannot. Can you tell that I'm really getting ready for May? Socks all the time. Yeah, pumped about it. I did finish a project for the SSK Knit Along. Knit Along's all over the place, right? I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. It is Lala's Simple Shawl, and it is here. So I had heard that Hello Pearl was going to be at the fiber event that I went to in Greencastle, Indiana. And so I was like, well, shoot, I need to knit what I've spun of my Hello Pearl bats so I can wear it and be like, oh yeah, that's your yarn. This is something I spun out of one of your bats. Because she's absolutely my favorite art bat maker that I see at festivals. And her Etsy shop is kind of hard, like, you know, it's festival season, so all of her stuff is in her festival booths. And I wore it up to the stand to procure some more art bats. And she goes, I really like your shawl. And I totally went into fangirl mode. It was probably embarrassing, but I don't care. And I was like, it's one of yours. And so she was like, no way. So she took a picture and put it on her Facebook page. And then I took a selfie with the 2 of them, because there's 2 of them in Hello Pearl. And it was just like a yarny nerd movie moment kind of a thing. But I think this turned out really, really well. I like that the colors kind of lined up a little bit. Like there's kind of lines of colors, but not really. I don't know. I had taken one of her bats and plied it with a yellow braid of fiber. So I think that kind of helped the colors not get super overwhelming or too dark. And it's also much, much more yarn. So yeah, that is my 1FO, and I'm really proud of it. And it did exactly what I wanted it to do. I like it. I like it a lot. Now, I have more mustache to show you, or I have some mustache to show you. This is going to be quite a short episode. I really haven't had a whole lot of time for crafting this last 2 weeks. I don't know. I think it's because it's break month in the Harry Potter house cap that I just have like zero motivation. I've been working on socks when I'm in the car, riding with someone else because I didn't drive to the fiber event. I rode with my knitting group. But I mean, aside from saying that it was super awesome and super fun, it wasn't a super long trip. We left Thursday about 2:30 and we got back Friday at like 9 p.m. and most of that was car time. So, but I'll probably tell you stuff as I show you stuff out of the box, the paper bag I have over here. But first, Karini, who sent the sock prize for you guys, sent me my own cute little sock bag. Or larger than sock bag, but look, it's cupcakes. Right? How cute is that? And she sent me some, she told me what the yarn was, but this one does not have a label on it. And I think it is self-striping, but I'm not sure because I'm forgetful. But it's really pretty. There's like purples and teals in there. I'm super pumped. So I've been trying to keep my hands off this so I can show it on the podcast. I know I don't have to anymore. So I'm really excited about that. So I'm going to have plenty of stuff to knit with for the upcoming thing. And then Eat Sleep Knit was having a thing where if you bought something from them, they would send you 2 lottery tickets. And I did. And I did not win on either one of their yarn lottery tickets, like, you know, get $5 off at with your next order. This is the lace weight yarn that I've been buying from them in different colors. And I really want to make a green and gold shawl. And I've got like 2,000 yards of green already. But I didn't have the gold yet. So I ordered one of these. I'm going to order another one from my birthday because you get points when you order on your birthday. So I'm like spacing them out. It's like $10. Just buy 10 one at a time. This is in the Sunset colorway. It is Baby Silkpaca Malabrigo. But I don't have a very big lace stash. And so I'm slowly building my lace stash. So that's really exciting. Now let's get on to the Fiber Fest mustache stuff. So I needed a shawl pin. This is what I was talking about. Like, I'm going to tell you stories as we go. And I said to one of the girls in the group, I was like, Miriam, help me find a shawl pin. Like, she kind of has an eclectic sense of things like I do. And I don't always notice smaller things at fiber events because I'm like, oh, so shiny. And so I was like, help me find a shawl pin. So then she finds these like $40 shawl pins. And I was like, dude, I did not need my first shawl pin to be $40. That is excessive. And they were really, really beautiful. Don't get me wrong. I mean, some of them look like little silver twigs, right? But instead, I got these really fun, it's like a little, like 2 little washers, but they're plastic colored washers with like this screw thing in the middle, right? Okay, it's kind of weird, but it's totally me. And so what you do is you can unscrew part of it, and then you put a washer on either side, and then your shawl in the middle. It's kind of hard to explain. Let me see if I can. So it's got the little screw, and you unscrew that. Right? Okay. And then everything comes apart. So you would throw things into your pant legs. You take these 2 apart, and you would put your shawl in between the 2. Okay? And then you would put your main screw holding thing, I don't know what that's called, in there. And then put your screw back on. And it's almost like a removable button, which is really cool. And Miriam actually bought some to use as buttons for a sweater she's gonna make, like a sweater jacket. So there you go. And it's got this little space in between. Is that not the coolest, weirdest thing you've ever seen? I like things that are a thing, but like a different version of that thing. So this gave me a real kick. I'm 90% sure I've got business cards for everything, and I will do my best to label it in the show notes. My best. No promises. So there's going to be a little bit of plastic rumblings. So the Ohio Valley Natural Fibers, they have like bigger things of stuff. And so I bought ½ pound of this beautiful Merino and Firestar. Hold on, that's not it. Look at that. Look at it. It's shining. And then Miriam and I split a little bit. So I gave her about this much of mine, and she gave me this much of hers. And hers is like this blue. I think it's called like Midnight or something. but it's gorgeous. And so I don't know if I'll apply these together or if one of them just needs to be by itself, but I have about half a pound of fiber, which is a lot of fiber for me. Look at that. That's so exciting, and I'm sorry for the crinklies. I am. I bought this yarn, but it does not have a label on it, but it is sock yarn, and it is sparkly. But it was in a clearance bin in one of the booths, and even though it's super beautiful, I don't know who I bought this from. But it's awesome, so that's a yarn that I have now. Yeah, I need to figure that out so that I can properly stash that. Okay, Luna Bud Knits. Luna Bud Knits. This is one of hers. This is the Impossible Girl colorway, which is a Doctor Who reference. But, and this is one of her, like, chiller colorways. But her colorways blew my mind. I wanted to buy all of them. All of them. And, this one was a little bit different. I was trying to buy orange because I don't have very much orange in my stuff. I have lots of blues and purples and greens. And I was like, I want to work on my orange stuff. So, this just like hit the spot. I was like, that is exactly what I need to buy. I'm pumped about it. Plus look, it's pretty. So that's one of my things. Let's see who else we've got in here. Sorry for the crinklies. Okay, we've got Alpaca Fiber Solutions, and I got 4 ounces of bamboo combed top. She rolls her stuff up really tiny, so like, look at that. It's in this little bitty bag. Look how tiny that bag is. But it's so pretty. And that's exactly the colors. I know there's a little bit of shine on there, but I don't want to take it out of the bag and make so much noise. And I don't know if I can get it back in the bag once it's out, so you saw it. You're good. I bought this crazy yarn, and again, because I was at a fiber festival, I don't actually have a tag on it, but it is 4 different yarns in one, so kind of like a pre-made magic cake. So you can kind of see them, like you can see there's a teal and like a barber pole thing and like a gray, and then what you do is you just knit with it, and who knows how it'll look? Who knows? So I think that'll be a fun hat, or maybe a cowl, or maybe something else. I don't know. I'd really like a pair of slippers, but I want them to match, so just kind of fun. And then, okay, I bought some stuff at Hello Pearl, because obviously, addicted. This is one of the art bats that I bought. It is called Egyptian Soul. And it just makes me think of like beautiful things. A seafoam sunset. My dad said it kind of looks like one of the things at Yellowstone where all the stuff is bubbling up. But just look at it. It's awesome. But I like playing her bats with like similar colors. So I do one bobbin that's just the bat and then one bobbin of similar colors. And this colorway might look really familiar because it's kind of the background to all of my stuff, right? It's kind of almost the background to the I'll Knit With You stuff. But I think it'll go great with this bat. And then it'll kind of almost have like really long stripes. These are about 2 ounces each, I think. So, and this whole bat is about 4.5. So I'll figure it out, make it work. Really excited about that. This is not from the Hello Pearl booth, this is from a different booth. But again, it's unmarked, so I don't know what to tell you about that. And then I bought a couple other things from the Hello Pearl booth. I bought my first, oh no, they're all squished. Hold on. I bought my first silk hankies. And these are in the, oh no, they just say silk hankies, no colorway for you. Oh. And I had someone in our group kind of show me how to pull those apart and get them started so that I can figure out what to do. I'm a little bit nervous about spinning those, but they're nothing I'm going to spend anytime soon. I'm not really in a hurry to get anywhere. My fiber stash was just getting low, so I thought, This is a good time to bump that back up. And I had shown you these 3, and I'm obviously going to have too much of one of them, but that's okay because I bought this mini bat because she has mini bats now. It is a 1 ounce fiber art bat. It doesn't have a name, but look how pretty it is. Look at that. So I think that would pair really well with either one of these, really. You know, so I'll have leftovers of one and I'll use it with this. So pretty. So pretty. It's like a little cute Easter egg or something. And what's going on? That's really all I bought. I didn't go super duper mega crazy. I mean, I bought 5, 10, 6 things. I don't know. You know, I've got other stuff coming up soon, and I wasn't wanting to bring home just infinite amounts of things that I'll never finish. So I think this will be good for me for now, fiber-wise. I have the SSK event coming up, and I might get to go buy Stitches South this weekend. It's in Nashville, and I'm going to be in Nashville. And I don't know if I'm going for sure yet, but I will try and Instagram if I do. I've not been on Instagram as much as I like lately, so it's been bumming me out. Mostly because I got my own phone plan, and now I have to keep track of my data, and looking at a lot of pictures sucks up a lot of data, so I've been trying to avoid it when I'm not on Wi-Fi, and when I'm home I don't always think about it. Sometimes I just kind of crash, so kind of lame. I do have some house cup stuff for you, but if you're not into that, you're not going to miss anything. I'm pretty much going to say that and wrap this up. This has been a really brief episode, but aside from my shawl and working on some socks, I really haven't accomplished much. That's what break month will do to you kids. Yeah. By the way, you are all super sweet and amazing. I tell you what I'm going through in my life, and you all just like shower me with love and awesomeness. And crap, there was something I was gonna show you guys. All right, I'm gonna cut to where I walk back in, so just give me a second. Okay, so in the group, before we close out here, in the group, we'd all been talking about ex-boyfriends and breakups and all that sort of stuff. And one of the things that we talked about in the Ravelry group is that sometimes you just kind of end up associating your breakup with like a band or an album or a song that just gets stuck in your head and that helps you get through it, right? And so I said that I would show off my breakup playlist. So every time that I've gone through a breakup, I have totally attached to a band. And every once in a while it's just one song, but mostly it's a whole band. And so I freeze framed that for you guys, and you can kind of see, some people just get one song, some people get a whole album. Some of my breakup stuff is a little bit embarrassing, but we had talked about in the group this kind of stuff, so I thought I would share it. And, you know, it's just funny. There is an inappropriate song word on there, which I will blur out. But it's that CeeLo Green song that's also called Forget You, so that might help. But yeah, you know, I think music can be really therapeutic at times. And sometimes that's just what you need, is just like a good song to get you out of your funk, or a good song to let you know that you're not the only person who's gone through this. And you guys are just the sweetest, most awesome people. And thank you for being there for me. You're wonderful people. You're just wonderful. So now I'm going to scoot over to a little bit of house cup stuff. If you don't want to stick around, that's totally cool. And I will see you guys next time. And if you're here for the long haul, I don't have a whole lot to say, so hold on. As far as the house cup stuff goes, it's still break month. And it will be until the end of April, because we start the new term on May 1st. I've heard from a couple people. I've heard from one person, basically, I've heard from one person that she might join in. She's thrown her hat into the, she's tried on that sorting hat to see if she gets sorted or not, and she may or may not get sorted based on how much room there is, so, but I'm hoping she does. That'd be awesome. I don't know how she'll get sorted into, of course. I mean, I'm in Gryffindor, she might be a Hufflepuff, I may never see her again, but that's cool. It'd be cool just to introduce someone to the House Cup. I really want to do a OWL and OWL for socks, but I haven't swatched anything yet, and it's going to take a couple of minutes to do that, because I need to do basically like this much of a sock, which is not insignificant, of swatching, and so I just haven't done it. I don't know why. I need to. I should just sit down and do it, and I haven't done it, and because I'm goofy. But I've been working on socks, and so I feel like I want to get those done before I did that. But then the new semester's coming up. I don't know. I have things I need to do. Other than that, I am a robe maker. I make the little rabbitars, and Madame Malkin's is the robe shop in Harry Potter. So Madame Malkin's has opened, which is exciting because I love making that stuff. But yeah, I mean, just a lot of like getting our heads together, setting up stuff for prides, which is so much fun, and setting up stuff for Madame Malkin's and making templates for stuff and just getting amped about things. So I'm totally ready for May, and at the same time totally not ready for May. So, but I look forward to the next term as usual. It'll be my 4th term, and terms are 3 months long and then 1 month of break. So I have been playing for 4 years. I'm a 4th year, but it's really exciting. So, that's really all I have to talk about this week. So, more next time. And whether you're playing on an online Harry Potter themed knitting group or you're going to festivals, I'll knit with you. Bye, guys.